Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, my fellow Biafrans. Welcome to this late night broadcast today as we start the exposition of P2B and the British involvement in the ongoing charade in the name of election. And I apologize because I am coming late. And as you all know, it is better to come late than never to come at all, or not to come at all. This evening and this morning, depending on where you are watching from, we are going to make yet another announcement. Very, very important. I want Biafra people to understand that we are now fighting back. We are fighting back in response to the extrajudicial killings of Biafra people. We are fighting back because our people have been massacred, our people have been killed, and we have cried. We have cried to the world. We have cried to world leaders. We have cried to different countries. We have cried to God. We have cried to man. We have cried to women. And nobody seems to listen to us. So I want to inform Biafrans today that we are now fighting back. You kill us, we kill you. And let me tell you, Biafra has taken up arms to defend their territory, defend their life, defend their land and their properties. Those who are not yet supporting the defense of our land will support in a few weeks' time. You can all agree with me that since 1945, millions and millions of Biafrans have been killed to keep one Nigeria. From one generation to another, we have paid the biggest price. Today, I can assure you that we have learned from what happens to previous generation of Biafra people. And we are going to make correction. And we are making correction today. We can never allow the mistake of the past to repeat itself again. We can never allow the mistake of the past to repeat itself. We are fighting back. I want you people to understand that nobody will kill Biafra again and go free. Nobody. No army will kill Biafra again and go free. No police will kill Biafra again and go free. No politician will kill Biafra again and go free. I have also seen a lot of bandwagons on social media. I want Biafrans to understand that the stage where we are now, we don't have time. We do not have time for gossips. We do not have time for saga. We do not have time for nonsense. And I encourage every autopiloted IPOB to not worry yourself responding to idiots. Don't worry yourself. Do not waste your time and energy. There are a lot of things that you need to be doing. When people tell you about Simon Ekpa, if you can, try as much as possible to not even comment on their ignorance, because we are now busy. And let me tell you, I want every autopiloted media warriors, all of you are media warriors, to channel your energy to what is going to come. We told you people that in few weeks' time, which was some time ago, we are going to fight back. We are fighting back now. And let me make it very clear. There is nothing you see in Biafra today that is criminality, except those who commit crime, who go into kidnapping and all that. If we catch you, we'll give you the treatment given to those who go into criminality. No criminality will be condoned in Biafra land, except we don't know you. If you have gun, if you have weapon, channel it to defend your land against terrorists. If you have power, channel that power to defend your land against terrorists. Terrorists have invaded Nigeria and they are about to take over Nigeria, and we must not allow them to take over our land. They can take over other parts of Nigeria. It is not our business. So if anybody thinks that what you'll be seeing now going forward is anything to do with criminality, the person have to think again. We are wise. We know our right. We know what to do, and we are doing it. If you kill us, we kill you back. The special announcement before we go into today's exposition is this. I want every Biafrans and those lovers of Biafras to understand that we are now responding to the war that the Nigeria state has declared against our people. We are responding. And we are going to increase the volume very soon. Biafra, we are now responding to the killings against Biafrans. I want you to understand that for the past 2 years, or for the past 1 year, after the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Nigeria state have killed without remorse. They have killed Biafra people as if we do not have anybody in Biafra land. They kill as if we are not human beings. They slaughter us. For the past 1 year, we have witnessed the most gruesome killings of Biafra people by the Nigeria-sponsored terrorists, the Nigeria state, the Nigeria Army, DSS, and police. And I will announce to you today, we are now fighting them back. And we will continue to fight them back until we get to a point where the international community will listen to how they kill us and how we pick up arms to fight back. I want to encourage you people to stay strong. We are just started. Another thing I want to inform you this evening is this. Those banks in Biafra land that you are going to be handing Biafrans, young men, over to the Nigeria Terrorist Police, Army, or DSS. From today, from this night, from this morning, any bank that hand over any Biafran child in Biafra land to be slaughtered by the Nigeria state, that bank will wait for Biafra people. except we do not have the intel. If any Biafran is abducted from any bank in Biafra land, that bank will no longer operate. We have information that some Biafran people are being abducted at a bank. They go to a bank, they abduct them. Nobody speak for them. Nobody talk for them. And this has been going on for a while. And it seems that people are not paying attention to the impunity that is going on. So from tonight, any bank that hand over any Biafra child, any Biafra son or daughter, in whatever discourse, in whatever nomenclature, in the name of the person is IPOB, or in the name of person is the Biafra person, if any bank hand over Biafran to any Nigeria state, going forward, you will have the Biafra people to contend with. That bank will have Biafra people to contend with. And we are going to have our intels everywhere. So I want this information to get to every banks in Biafra land. We do not have any problem with the bank. We do not have any issue with the bank. But we cannot be banking. Our people cannot be paying your salary, investing in your businesses, and then when they come to bank to withdraw money, for what reason or the other that can be sorted out, you will invite DSS, you will invite Nigeria Army, and they will come and kidnap the person. And nobody will hear from that person again. Some of them will never make it alive. So from tonight, I will repeat it again. Biafra people have resolved that any bank in Biafra land that hand over any Biafran to any Nigeria state, that bank will never know peace until Biafra come. I want to now inform you people the reason why we can never support P2B, apart from the fact that we are not going to allow election to hold in Biafra land. You know, when I listen to some of them, they are saying, oh, democratic process. Democratic process can only be allowed in a country. Democratic process can only be allowed in a democratic country. Nigeria is not a democratic country. Do you know what is democracy in Nigeria? No. The only election that we are going to allow is a referendum in Biafra land. So we have made it very clear, no election has come to stay, and every Biafra must make sure that this no election in Biafra land is a task that must be carried out. Does not matter who you are. Everybody must be on the same page. We must put all our hand on the deck to make sure that we don't allow Nigeria to conduct election in Biafra land. It is the beginning of the end. Now, if you are a Biafran, and you are supporting P2B because you want an Igbo presidency, you know, you are not just enemy of Biafra people. You are not just enemy. You are worse than anything. You are not aware of your history. How can you turn around to begin to give support to a party that murdered your own people, the party that masterminded the killing of over 3 million Biafrans? Because you are a fool. You don't know history, and because of that, you are supporting Nigeria election. First of all, I want to make it very clear. It is not just about the party. You know, when I talk about supporting P2B, they thought some people will be thinking that, you know, we are supporting other party. We are not supporting anybody in Nigeria, but P2B is a topic because he is a Biafran. So I want to tell you today that it was Labour Party. It was Labour Party, United Kingdom Labour Party, that masterminded the killing of over 3 million Biafrans by starvation. The United Kingdom Labour Party supplied arms to go on to Nigeria to kill Biafrans. Are you aware of that? I want you to understand that today, they can't do it again. Today, they cannot supply arms to Nigeria to kill us like they did before. So what did they do? They invited P2B. They said, P2B, come. You are very desperate to be something. We are going to give you presidential ticket of Labour Party. The same Labour Party that killed Biafrans are the same Labour Party that is sponsoring P2B today. The same Labour Party that killed Biafrans are the same Labour Party some of you fools that call yourself Biafra are supporting. You are supporting the party that armed Nigeria to kill over 3 million children. And you tell me, don't worry, when P2B lose election, you are going to now start fighting Biafra. You are a fool. The Lord and the God of Biafra can never forgive you. Some of you don't know all those things. Now, I want us to go, and this is the beginning of the exposition. Now, I want you to look at this. How Britain, I need to make this a little bit bigger. How Britain's Labour government facilitated the massacre of Biafrans in Nigeria to protect its oil interests. Are you aware that it was the same Labour Party that P2B went to meet in the United Kingdom? And because they have come to understand that the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not going to stop Biafra agitation, they invited P2B, Labour Party. They told P2B, because of the new generation, we are now in a civilized world, and the information is available everywhere. We may not be able to go straight to fight war again. We may not be able to support Nigeria openly again, because a lot of interest will fight against us. I am telling you what the United Kingdom is thinking now. They say, if we go outright to start to support Nigeria to fight war against Biafra, a lot of interest, the world power may go against us, because today everybody wants to be free, and only those who have the heart to fight will get the freedom. It is not by intimidation. They come to intimidate you with arrest. They come to intimidate you with terrorism, and then you run away from your freedom. No, only those who have the heart to fight till the end will get their freedom. And in other words, they call it those who have mental toughness. So the United Kingdom Labour Party knows that that thing they did in 1967 to 1970, fighting Biafra with everything and weapon, cannot happen again. So they invited P2B. So this time around, they don't want to send arms. They don't want to make noise about it. I want you people to understand the reason why P2B irritate us. Now, let us read Labour Party entities today. They will be shouting, oh, P2B is a Labour Party, Labour Party. You don't know where the Labour Party of P2B is coming from. It's coming from the United Kingdom. They are supporting and sponsoring him. Yes, somebody said the Conservative Party is ruling the UK. Yes, but they advised him to jump into Labour Party. I want you people to understand this. On the 50th anniversary of end of the Biafra War, the world's worst humanitarian crisis in the late 60s, declassified British file showed that Harold Wilson's government secretly armed and backed Nigeria's aggression against the secessionist region. This is a history. This is a history. I want you people to look and let us read. And they give you the picture of Biafran children at Red Cross Food Distribution Center, photo, Peter Williams. The Labour government, the then Labour government secretly provided large quantity of arms to the Nigeria federal government, which by early 70 had crushed an attempt by the country's eastern region of Biafra to gain independence, which it had declared in May 1967. I want you to follow me very, very attentively. During the 3 years of war, up to 3 million people died as Nigeria enforced a blockade on Biafra, causing widespread starvation amid considerable international opposition to the conflict. Considerable international opposition to the conflict. The British policy was mainly shaped by its oil interest. Today is the same thing. Oil interest. They kill us, we complain, and nobody talks. And now we're already fighting back. Declassified government document from the Times show our direct interests are trade and investment, including an important stake by Shell, BP in the Eastern region. The Foreign Office noted a few days before the outbreak of the war in 1967. Their interest is the business Shell BP. Nothing else. They have no interest in the life of Biafra people. I want you people to listen. Investment by Shell BP, then a joint company in Nigeria, which was partly owned by the British government, amounted to around 200 million pounds at the time. The company was the largest producer of oil in Nigeria, most of which was in Biafra. This is history. They did not tell you South-South. They did not tell you Southwest. They did not tell you Southeast. The name is the Eastern region, which is Biafra. And there is nothing like South-South, Southeast. You understand me? They continue. It was this same British that now begin to plan how to divide Biafra people. They decided to start dividing you into state, into region, and all that, thinking they are smart. Shell have much to lose if the federal military government of Nigeria do not achieve the expected victory, George Thomas, Labour Commonwealth Minister, noted in August 1967, he added, the sole immediate British interest in Nigeria is that the Nigeria economy should be brought back to a condition in which our substantial trade and investment in the country can be further developed, and particularly so we can regain access to important oil installation. Do you understand that the only interest of the British government is so that they can now regain the access to oil installation, so that they can now regain access to important oil installations. Nothing more, nothing less. They don't care about you. They don't care about I. They don't care about myself. They don't care about you. But with all this oil installation and to have access, yet they deny you visa to go to United Kingdom. Yet, before you can travel to United Kingdom, you are going to lie and forge document. Yet, before you travel to United Kingdom, they subject you to all manner of degrading treatment. Yet, when you succeeded in getting the visa to travel to United Kingdom with your own money, you arrive at Heathrow Airport. There, they are going to disgrace you as a Nigerian. But your oil is what is keeping them going. Your natural resources is what is powering the Heathrow Airport. Your natural resources is what is making the economy of the United Kingdom to boom. Yet, they disgrace you, insult you, humiliate you as a Nigerian. You have no value. The only value they have is your natural resources. That is why, oh God, I don't need to talk too much. But this time around, we are going to see how this war is going to end. I want you to pay attention. UK supplies of arms, which eventually enabled the Nigerian government to win the war, included millions of rounds of ammunition, hundreds of machine guns and grenades, thousands of mortar and artillery bombs, aircraft and armored personnel carrier. The government that did this is called the Labour Party. The Labour Party, which is now sponsoring P2B to continue to fight Biafra war from a different context. I want you to understand that the P2B involvement in the presidential campaign and the election is another Biafra war, but it is called a political Biafra war this time around. P2B did not come out to win election. P2B did not come out that he's going to be a president. P2B came out as a distraction, as a tool to use to fight against Biafra restoration. Because the Labour Party they are no longer in government, like somebody said. They are no longer in government. And they cannot actually push for, to support Nigeria with arms. Even if they are in power, we are now in a different, civilization. That anything they do, there are many countries waiting, standing by to take up and defend Biafra. I am telling you, like what you see happening in Ukraine and Russia, a lot of interest, vested interest. There are a lot of vested interests in Biafra as well. A lot of vested interests are watching Biafra struggle now, Biafra liberation. So any move they make and they miscalculate, countries will come for those who have interest. Everybody want to test power. I want to inform you today that Russia went to Syria. They fought against NATO. Today, you do not hear anything about Syria. They couldn't remove Assad of Syria. Assad of Syria, they could not remove him. The major reason why NATO and everybody went to fight in Syria was to remove Assad, just like they did to Gaddafi. Today, Assad is still in power. Right? Russia went there, fought them, and today Assad is in power. I want you people to understand that as this thing is happening, there are different vested interests watching over what is going on in Nigeria and waiting eagerly when Biafra is going to declare a nation. And any move anybody make could be counterproductive. And we are also calculating. We are watching we know the game we are playing. So let us now understand that as a Biafra man, as an Igbo-speaking Biafran, supporting P2B Labour Party is a sacrilege. Is a sacrilege. Some of you don't know this history, right? Some of you do not know the reason why P2B jumped into Labour Party is because the Labour Party in the UK advised him to jump into Labour Party. And they are funding him. Today, you are supporting a party that orchestrated the killing of over 3 million Biafrans. It's sacrilege. And because some of you don't know, the God of Biafra may not be very angry, but now that you know, and you continue to follow P2B, wait for the Biafra spirit. It's going to descend on you. Because it is sacrilegious to know that Labour Party killed 3 million Biafran children. And yet, in 2022, out of ignorance, because you don't know history, you are shouting P2B, and now you have come to know the history. If you continue to do that, it's sacrilege, abomination. So I want to make this video very short so that it will go viral. Any Biafra supporting P2B Labour Party from the United Kingdom, you are now validating the killing of 3 million people. You are supporting the party that killed 3 million Biafrans. You are supporting the party that fought Biafra. You are supporting the party that armed Nigeria to kill Biafra people. That is what some of you don't know. And if you ask me, why am I not talking about Atiku? Why am I not talking about, why should I be talking about them? Are they dragging us to Nigeria? Why should I be talking about Atiku Abubakar? Is Atiku dragging me to Nigeria? Atiku is a Fulani man. They say he was in Enugu. What is my business? They say, if you ask me, what about Tinubu? Is Tinubu dragging me into Nigeria? Let Tinubu come and tell me that the election must hold in Biafra land. I will respond to him. Tinubu is not a Biafran. Atiku is not a Biafran. So what is my business with them? Now, I want you to understand that all of you Biafra people that now turn around and say, let us support P2B, you are now supporting evil, a sacrilege, abomination. The party that sponsored the killing of Biafrans in between 1967 and 1970. Now, let me show you. These supplies were massively stepped up while Labour Prime Minister Harold Wilson was telling Parliament that Britain was supplying arms to Nigeria at the same level as before. He made the false claim that there was no special provision for the war. He lied at the Parliament. yet they sweep it under the carpet. The decision to supply arms and ammunition were taken at a time when it was clear they were being used against civilians. Wilson Agreement to supply patrol boat in 1967 was done in the knowledge that this would help the government maintain the sea blockade against Biafra. That is the party some of these idiots, some of these expelled criminals are telling you today. We are supporting Peter Obi. Let him go first and fail, and then we will come back and start shouting Biafra. It's a bunch of criminals, idiot. I want you to understand that it is an abomination to support the people that killed 3 million Biafrans. The Nigeria government ordered General Yakubu Gowon, Jack Gowon, who had seized power in a military coup in July 66, began military operation to defeat the Biafra secessionists in July 1967. His well-equipped federal army of over 85,000 men, supplied by the British and the Soviet Union, which is Russia today, among others, took on a volunteer Biafra force under Lieutenant Colonel Chukwuemeka Ojukwu, the military governor of the Eastern region, much of whose equipment initially came from captured Nigeria supplies. Do you understand? In the run-up to Gowon's declaration of war, do you understand? It was Gowon that declared this war. In the run-up of Gowon's declaration of war, the document, Gowon declared war. Before they told you Ojukwu took Biafra to war. Ojukwu took, but listen to it. In the run-up to Gowon's declaration of war, British officials made clear to the Nigeria government that they supported the country's unity. Labour Party of P2B today minister, George Thomas, told the Nigeria High Commission in London in April 1967, for example, that the federal government had our sympathy and our full support, but to hope to use the of force against the East could be avoided. Britain initially refused Gowon's request for military support to the target Biafra port. Even in the initial time, they refused it. They refused to give Gowon military support. Just like today, they cannot do the same thing. That is why they are using P2B. That is why they are using P2B, yes. Yet, jealous and greedy idiot cannot understand and decode what is going on. By June 1967, however, the new British High Commission in Lagos, Sir David Hunt, wrote in a memo to London that the only way for preserving unity of Nigeria is to remove Ojukwu by force. To remove Ojukwu by force. You think it is Ojukwu. They thought, this is what the British have always advised them. Whenever somebody talk about Biafra, they say remove him, eliminate him, just like they did to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. They have not learned their lesson. They have not learned their lesson. You can't continue to remove the people who are fighting for freedom. You remove this one, another person will come out. You remove that one, another person will come out until Biafra will be restored next year, 2023. For how long have you been removing the people that are fighting for Biafra? Did they stop it? Today, I am talking to you. Biafra has gathered the biggest momentum after the war. The kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the same thing. Remove him. Remove Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Kidnap him. Kill him. Once you kill him, Biafra is gone. You have failed. You refuse to learn a lesson that you can't stop Biafra from coming. Take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You have kidnapped him. Is Biafra not waxing strong? You kidnap him from Kenya. You have done everything using the criminals that you have expelled in the IPOB. All these criminals. Use them. Did it stop Biafra? Did it stop us now? Have we not entered a different dimension? going to come next year, and you can't stop it. So you see, instead of looking at solving the problem, you are removing the people that are raising the issue. You are removing the people that say, let us solve this problem. Yet, the problem is still there. Remove Ojukwu by force, it will end Biafra. Ojukwu, you fought war, you killed 3 million. Did it stop Biafra? Did it stop the agitation? You captured Wazirike, put Wazirike in prison. The same thing they did to Wazirike is what they want to do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They gathered all his men, they took them to prison to meet Wazirike. Wazirike gave up. Did it stop Biafra? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out from there. Today, you capture Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, thinking that once you capture him, Biafra will end. Here we are in a new dimension. So when are you going to learn? When are you going to learn that you can't stop Biafra? I want you people to understand what is going on here. He said, the Biafra leader was committed to remaining the ruler of an independent state and reiterated that UK interests lay in firmly supporting the federal government. It is all about UK interest. What about the interest of the people, indigenous people that find themselves in Nigeria? What about the interest of Biafra people who are no longer comfortable in Nigeria? They don't talk about your interest. I want you people to understand that you are no longer a slave. You can only be slave when you want to be a slave. Everything they say is the interest of the United Kingdom. But have they ever considered your interest? Have they ever considered your own life? They have not. They can't consider your interest. It is always their interest. This time around in Biafra, this time around in Nigeria election in 2023, for the very first time in the history, we are putting the interest of Biafrans first, before any interest. The interest of Biafra first. Let us enjoy that thing that the United Kingdom is enjoying. Let us enjoy that privilege of interest of our people. Every time they say interest of the United Kingdom, what about your interest? They don't take, oh, you are not a human being, right? We are not human beings. We don't have interest. It is only United Kingdom that have interest. This year and the next year, we are going to have our interest protected. And we are going to protect our interest by making sure, one, Nigeria will no longer conduct election in Biafra land. That is how to protect our interest. And when we go to that bridge, we'll cross it. Let us continue. On July 1st, 1967, Gowon asked Britain for jet fighter and bomber aircraft, 6 fast boat and 24 anti-aircraft guns. Britain rejected the aircraft and the boat, but agreed to supply the anti-aircraft gun. Do you understand? Britain rejected it, but then agreed to supply anti-aircraft gun. Do you understand? The Deputy High Commissioner in Enugu, Biafra main city, noted that supplying the anti-aircraft gun would be seen as British backing for the Gowon regime, and they could also take an offensive role if mounted in an invasion fleet. I want you to understand that even back then, you have the Deputy High Commissioner in Enugu. In Enugu today, do you have anything like that? Do you have any deputy anything in the Biafra land? No. Biafra land is now a ghost zone. It is not a place that's supposed to have high commissioner. It's not a place that's supposed to have diplomat. It's not a place that's supposed to have diplomat. The UNESCO, thank you very much for your super chat. I appreciate you. Biafra is a spirit. Who can capture a spirit? Nobody can capture a spirit, and that is exactly the fact. Thank you very much for supporting us always. So, in the 60s, you have Deputy High Commissioner of the British Deputy High Commissioner in Enugu. Today, no Biafra land is good for any diplomat. No, the diplomat is in Lagos. Diplomat is in Abuja. Even in Kano, they have diplomat. In Kano. Are you aware? If I'm not mistaken, they have diplomats in Kano, if I'm not mistaken. They have embassies in Kano, if I'm not mistaken. And, you have to check. They have an embassy in Kano. And how do you now reconcile that? What was the reason why they decided that since they claim that they have ended Biafra war and they are now back to Nigeria, why have they refused to restore all the things that were in Biafra land, including embassies, ports? It is to show you that Biafra war didn't end. And we, the new generation of Biafra, that our brain is hot, we know that the Biafra war did not end. And we are going to end it next year. Next year, we are going to end it. You know, a lot of people are saying, why is it that next year? Why are we not waiting now? Why is it not now? No. We have our plan. We have the opportunity for Biafra to come. The opportunity is not this year. The opportunity is next year. But let me tell you, between now and December, even anything is possible. I am telling you, because the rate and the speed at which we are going. Let me not talk too much. You know, now we are not talking too much. We're not talking too much anymore. They say we are social media, we are this, we are that. We're not talking too much because we are fighting back. So we will continue to come for exposition. Tomorrow we are going to go deep into this exposition. So make sure you join us tomorrow. But before I stop this, I will now show you the picture of the Labour Party, because we're going to read this whole thing tomorrow. Now, look at the picture of the people, the Labour Party people who supplied arms to Nigeria, and today the same Labour Party is advising and funding P2B to protect the British interest in Nigeria. That's why they are fighting against Biafra. I want you to look at this. Labour Prime Minister Harold Wilson cabinet, which supplied large quantity of arms to the Nigeria government as it fought against and blockaded Biafra in the late 60s. Richard Grossman paper. These are the cabinet who supplied arms to Nigeria, and it is called the Labour Party. Today, anybody that is supporting P2B Labour Party that was instigated by the same British, the lineage and the descendant of these people, it is an abomination. And the spirit of those who they killed in the 60s will never forgive you. This is the part one of the exposition on how P2B ended up in Labour Party and why we are not going to allow him to destroy and distract Biafra from coming next year. Because of the time, you all know that I came very late, and I'm very surprised that a lot of people are here watching this program. I don't know how you people sleep. You know, the same thing with me. People are not sleeping anymore. So I came very late, and still a lot of people are watching this program. You know, it's like, because I didn't inform you that I'm coming online today, and I can see a lot of people are watching. And I will not be able to take call today. I will take call tomorrow. IPOB autopilot. WOTOWOTO is the code. IPOB autopilot worldwide. WOTOWOTO is the code. IPOB autopiloted movement for the liberation of Biafra. WOTOWOTO is the code. IPOB autopiloted movement for the liberation of the Biafra Republic and the Confederation. WOTOWOTO is the code. Yes, Sonny. Hello. Yes. I'm still live, you know. What? The what? Yeah, please. I'm not aware of that. So when you brief me now, you should have, you should have let me know before, so I will know how to announce it. Okay. I will, and then post it later, and then tomorrow I can announce it. All right. Yeah. All right. That was our media team. Media team reminding me of announcement that I'm supposed to make. I think the link will be posted maybe immediately after this broadcast or tomorrow, and then we continue. Biafra people, WOTOWOTO is the code. We are moving forward. And let me tell you, those who are, parading themselves on social media, looking for Simon Ekpa, whether Simon Ekpa is from Ebonyi State, whether Simon Ekpa is from Akwa Ibom State, whether Simon Ekpa is from River State, whether Simon Ekpa is from heaven, whether Simon Ekpa is from the underworld and all that. Just disregard them. Disregard them. Ezrum Keme, disregard them. Hanyon si, anyagwaha that na obaranaba in their families. So you people should not worry yourself. I don't want to make comment on this. A lot of people have contacted me. Oh, Simon Ekpa this. Oh, they are looking for your place. Oh, am I hiding? I am not. I am not hiding. My name is everywhere. I am a global icon. I am not a hidden person. I am not a faceless individual. I am not a nobody. I have a name. Okay? I am not somebody that is hidden. Everybody knows me. If you think that you have something you want to do, go ahead and do it. I came prepared. Go ahead. Let us, so that I will face you small. I am not moved by those nonsense. Please, I will ask Biafrans to stop disturbing themselves. Let them go ahead and look for Simon Ekpa, look for Simon Ekpa village, look for Simon Ekpa, whatever. I don't care. It doesn't move me. It doesn't move me. They don't know me. Let them go, and before the name, let them go and ask questions. I will piagi WOTOWOTO, pia your people WOTOWOTO whenever anything happens. I'm not joking. We are in for Biafra to come next year. So if you think you are going to be the one to stop Biafra, come and stand on our way. Come and stand. We have not done anything yet. We are just starting. Come and stand on our way. You will collect it, WOTOWOTO. And let me tell you, I am seeing everything. Both the hungry guy, the one that calls give the address. Go. I am not hiding. I am not a faceless human being. If you want to know me, go and ask Nigeria. They know me very well. Nigeria know me. Why are you asking where is Simon Ekpa from? Go and ask Nigeria. Nigeria know me very well. Okay? It is you that they don't know. Oh, they don't know you. Have you worked for Nigeria? I have worked for Nigeria. I have suffered for Nigeria. I have sacrificed for Nigeria. Nigeria know me very well. They don't know you. If not for Biafra, who knows who you are? But let me tell you, go and ask questions. You know, my own is that I will always warn you first before I start. And when I start, I'm not stopping. When I start, I'm not stopping. Our own is that we don't ask you your address. We know you. We have files. I don't ask you for address. I don't ask you where you come from. I know where you come from. I don't ask you where you live. I know where you live. I don't ask. So please, Biafrans should just calm down and let us focus on what we are doing. When I will hear Pim, you are going to hear from me. I'm not a church. When you want us to show you the other side of Simon Ekpa, I will show you the other side of Simon Ekpa. For now, I focus on Nigeria. I focus on getting Biafra. I focus on destroying the evil entity. I focus on making sure that those who kill our people will never have peace. Thank you. May God bless you. God bless Biafra. May God bless Mazinam Dikano. May God bless on the Iboho. May God bless our ESN. May God bless Umuada. May God bless all our alliances. May God bless those who have stood by us to fight this thing to the end. May God bless those who are going to join us on the way. God bless all of you, our financial supporters and the people funding the Biafra liberation. May God bless all of you from here, from me.